Hey there, folks. Welcome to day 86 of my year of solo board gaming, described by myself as ill-advised and stupid. We are in the middle of It's a Wonderful World board game week, where we'll be exploring the board game It's a Wonderful World. And I'm describing it as wonderful in my little introduction. So very much like I tried to do the Welcome to week, I'm doing the same thing with because I'm geeked that way. I'm a nerd. What can I say? We did a regular game yesterday in which I did very poorly. I managed to get a score of 53, which I don't think even on the chart down here. I think 60 minus is considered rookie, as opposed to Dictator, Emperor, and Living God. So I didn't even get Dictator. So yay, good gameplay on my part. We have ourselves a whole bunch of cards. The reason they're turned over is because we're going to do one of these solo scenarios, and I don't know which one yet, because we're going to ask, and this is not for this game, by the way. This is for a completely different game. I think that's for Terraforming Mars. And you can tell because of the difference in size. So I know it's probably not that visible from up there. But those are two different sizes. All right, we're going to roll a dice, and we're going to do that in the special way. We're going to do, Alexa, roll 1d6.
This might answer your question. I rolled a six-sided die and got 6.
There we go. All right, we're doing scenario 6 then. Money has no smell. The Supreme Leader has summoned his Grand Vizier. I have the power to decide if anyone should live or die, yet the megacorporations still seem more powerful than I am. I want this to end. Have the biggest monument built for my glory. I mean, for the glory of the Empire. And make the megacorporations pay for it. Take an Empire card B-side up and place the following cards in your construction area. Financial Center, Propaganda Center, National Monument. By the end of the game, all these cards must be constructed, and then you have to hit one of the levels. Now, I will say, all 6 scenarios are basically like this. It gives you a little bit of a scenario, which is kind of the fun part, but then it's like find these 3 cards in this deck and then build them. And that's pretty much it. And then get a certain score based on that. This is the toughest one. Bronze medal is 75 on this. And as we saw before, I'm not very good at this game, so it'll be a struggle. And of course, the other struggle is trying to find these dang cards. There's Financial Center. We still need a National Monument and a Propaganda Center. National Monument. National Monument. All right, so still continuing to look in here. I don't know how many of each card there is. I know that there are multiples of each. I'm pretty sure. Like you can have 2 Lost Continents of Mu. There's the Propaganda Center, and then last one should be the National Monument. We're just going to check to make sure it's not the last card in the deck. Isn't this exciting? I should have done this beforehand. All right, so there we go. There's the rest of it. And now comes the fun part of shuffling this many cards. So one thing I do, I've learned this with Wingspan, I've learned this with Terraforming Mars, is that you just kind of break it up into lots of little pieces. And then combine pieces as needed. Let's just make sure these are going the same way. Yep, I just shuffled them all in the opposite direction. That was brilliant. That was brilliant on my part. There we go. Let's try that again. That was a whopping error. And the reason I'm doing it backwards is that I am noticing the cards are starting to feel a little on the bent side. So I thought it might be a good idea if I went ahead and shuffled some of these backwards. Go ahead and shuffle these ones. Shuffle these ones one more time. And then we'll split each of them back up and do 3 shuffles each. And actually, I'm not even going to worry about the other cards there. Because really, these will all be on the bottom. And we'll do these ones. So now for the solo game, of course, you set out with 8 sets of 5 cards. We're going to put this in our little construction area here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's actually mix it up this way. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm taking the one that I actually saw and putting it way down in the deck because I don't want it. All right, so we got our cards. Now, normally in a game like this, you would actually randomly pick an empire. I'm going to pick an empire that I think is going to be beneficial because you can see that this is going to require a lot of money and a lot of construction. So I kind of want to go with Federation of Asia. So we'll put those other empires off to the side. And the B side of this is not good for this at all. Sorry. Oof, that's bad. Did I miss that? Oh, the B side's all the same. Never mind. So it does not matter. It does not matter the slightest whit who we pick. All right. Good to know. Can't believe I never knew that. Repeat after me. It's been a while since I played this game. By the way, the reason that this has no lid is because for some inexplicable reason at the Dunkin' Donuts I was at, they gave me a lid that does not actually fit on the coffee. One of the most harrowing car rides home I've ever had. I felt like I was going to be the another poster child for the woman who ended up having to sue McDonald's over the third-degree burns. And don't get me started on that case because a lot of people do not understand that case. They blame the woman. And if you read up on the case, knew the details, you would not be so quick to do that. But that's neither here nor there. We're not here to discuss the law. We're here to discuss board games. And you're here to see me lose this game horribly. Now, so what I'm noticing first is that this will give me a certain number of... This will give me 2 money. This will give me money based on how many financial places I have. So my focus needs to be on how much money can I raise. Now, I won't have that much to do with money to begin with, so I definitely need to get something constructed quickly. So we'll see what we get out of this first set of 5. We've got a nuclear plant, we've got a Zeppelin, parallel dimension, human cloning, and mega drill. So I think, this is garbagey. This is very garbagey. So if I'm looking at this, I think mega drill might be my first choice here to recycle. And the reason I want to recycle this is that I think if I recycle this, I'll be able to get started on this financial center, and I kind of want to get that done as soon as possible. None of the rest of these really strike me as things that are going to be useful. The Zeppelin has some good endgame scenario stuff. This has the money that you'll get from it, plus it's 1 point. So I think I'll construct these 2. And then I guess I'll just recycle these. It just seems like it's a waste. Like it's not really a good resource of my time. This could be worth a lot of points at the end of the game too, but it's going to be so... my focus has to be to get the yellows. So maybe what I'll do is I'll actually do the thing that I don't like doing at the beginning of the game, and I'll sacrifice these 2 to try to see if I can't find something better to build. Okay. So we've got ancient astronomers, these astronauts. Juggernaut, Museum, Secret Society. None of these produce money. None of these produce concrete, which is kind of what I need more than anything else. I need a lot of concrete. So my thing is I could get rid of this. I could turn this in for money, or I can go ahead and turn this in, and I can recycle that. That'll give me a cube here, and that will allow me to get this financial center built on my first turn. And that's huge, because that's going to be money. The National Monument I don't need to worry about till the end of the game. So now what's next? We got Transportation Center, we got Tank Division, Transmutation, robotic animals, and a military base. So what's going to work best here for me? So the money would be nice for transmutation, but to get that I need a bunch of money as well as a bunch of science, and I don't really have anything that's providing that yet. I could theoretically go ahead and trade in a couple of these and automatically have that financial center in play. Just trying to think if there's anything better I can do. The transportation network is nice, but I'm not going to be focusing on war stuff. Tank Division is an easy build and will help produce some blue for later on, which is a plus. Go ahead and turn on the AC here. But I think both of these need to get recycled. That's going to give me these. Robotic animals. I'm going to go ahead and keep the transmutation. I think that might actually end up being somewhat useful. And I'm going to keep military base because I think I can get that built quicker than I think. But I am going to sacrifice robotic animals for the energy so that I get this built right now. That'll go all there. And that'll be part of this. So now I'm going to get a financier as... Forget what the character names actually are. I keep saying financier in general, but I don't think that that's it. I should say... No, general and financier. I always say financier because it sounds more fancy, but that's actually a type of cake. All right, so we've got that. So that's good. And that's all I can really do. I've done my construction, so now it's time to produce. So we're going to produce 2 of our little cubes here. And I think the next best thing for me to do is just focus on getting this military base built. We're not going to be able to do anything with it until the next round, but at least we can get that underway. I also kind of want to get transmutation built before human cloning. I feel like this is going to be quicker to get, and this will raise more money more quickly. So I'm going to put my science there. Finally, I'm going to get 2 money, and I'll go ahead and put those there. As much as I could put those there, I think that's going to be something that I do a little bit later in the game. I think I'm going to focus on that as a late game objective, despite the fact it has a production value and very little build bonus. So now we're going to go with the next 2. So we've got that we can turn in for science, but I like the fact that this also gives us a lot of science too. This would give us a lot of energy, which we don't need a whole lot of. So I'm kind of thinking that we'll trade this in for energy so we get this Zeppelin underway. And that'll be worth giving you some blue points, which means that we should go ahead and keep one of these. These will both be worth points at the end of the game. And then the icebreaker, since we don't really have a good way to generate energy, probably not that useful overall. It would be nice to have some extra blues coming in if I plan on going for these. So what can I do here? I can trade this in, or I can, if I focus on generating it, I want to get this built before the production round starts, so I get the production bonus on the concrete. I think I keep this, and I keep this. Just keep moving all this over. And I think I'm going to, despite the fact that this is a better bonus because I'll get 4 instead of 2, I think this is more reasonable to get. This also has a production bonus that will be worth a couple. So I think I'm going to go with that. And that gives me a blue that I can go ahead and put on there. And then I can transfer, I can trade in this as well for a blue, and that will go on King Solomon's Mines as well. So I'm actually pretty close to actually getting that built. So 2, 3, 4, 5, let's go with this one. This one looks good. So let's see what else we got. We got a Zeppelin, we got another Zeppelin, we got a recycling plant, Tank Division, and a research center. So We definitely want to recycle one of these. We'll go ahead and do the recycling plant. Actually, you know what? We're going to hold off on doing the recycling plant. I think what we're going to do is we're going to do the tank division, trade that in for this. This builds this. So now, get rid of these. I can just avoid knocking them all over the place. So that'll go there, and that gets me a general. And the reason I was thinking of holding off on getting rid of one of these is that I feel like I need the production bonus from that. And is there a way that I can do this now? I can get this one on here now by recycling this. And then I can trade these two in and hopefully get something out of here that will give me just one of those, so I can go ahead and get that on this turn. All right, so there's the military base. Anything else that would be better? I kind of like this university one. This would be great to actually build. Same with the financial center, build another one of those. But I think I got to stick with the plan. I got to get this military base recycled for its concrete. That builds that. So these go back here. We've built our recycling center. All right, so now we undergo some construction work. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to put 3 of these on the research center. We're going to put 2 of these on the national monument. Don't even worry about the round marker. It's kind of pointless in this game. So that's our 5 for there. We're going to get 1 energy out of this, which is pathetic. But we are going to be able to complete the Zeppelin. So that's nice. So bring this down a little bit more. Now we're going to produce some science. That means that we're going to get transmutation built. That's going to be nice because that's going to give us one of these reds as a bonus, and we're going to be able to produce money on the next turn. We're still not producing enough to actually benefit from the bonuses up here, but we're doing really much better than we did last time. We'll get 5 money this time, so that's going to be... So where do we want to put that? We'll go ahead and put it on human cloning. We'll go ahead and put... These should be on here as well. We'll go ahead and fill up Propaganda Center. May as well. And then one more here. And then Propaganda Center is now built. Ooh, we should have... Oh, we couldn't have done it so that we got the science. But had we used this here, we would have gotten the research center built for the next round. I'm going to hold off on that. I still think I can do that before the next round. We get a bonus of a general. Those go away. And I want to make a better, I want to make a conscious decision about where I'm going to end up using that. But it does mean that we'll get this human cloning taken care of on the next round, so that's a plus. And then finally we produce blues. We're only producing 1 blue. We're going to produce 1 blue. There's a part of me that's thinking this is where we now use the Crystallum, because that is going to give me a bonus of 3 money on the next turn. This is going to only give me a bonus of 1 money. This, I think, is the better way to go. So we're going to go ahead and use that Crystallum, build that. We've got our King Solomon's Mines built. That's going to give us a huge bonus on the next round. So that was a pretty good set of moves, I think. I'm feeling good about this particular game. Time for round 3. We've got 4 packs of 5 to choose from over here. So we're going to go ahead and choose, let's choose this one. It's the one I put my hand on. Technically, I put my hand on that one first. So, all right, so Industrial Complex, Airborne Laboratory. Kind of need we need some energy, I think, if we want to fill this out. Right now, our point total is garbage. We have nothing that's really going to generate points. We will get them for banking places. We're not getting banking places. And none of these are worth points at all, which is frustrating. None of them can be recycled for gas. So that's a bummer. So we're going to generate 5 concrete on the next turn. We're going to generate a lot of money. I think we build the financial center. can keep this one around to build. I don't think we need to recycle it yet. These are just very, very bad cards. I'm going to trade these 5 in, these 2 in. We'll deal out 5 cards, and we'll see if we can't get anything that is worth building. Okay, so there we go. Secret Laboratory. That's good. World Congress. That is awesome. So World Congress is probably my best bet. That is going to be... That would be difficult to build because we don't have the energy from that. So I don't think we're going to build any of these. World Congress, we need 2 of those dudes, which I think we'll get pretty easily. And we need 6 money, which we're going to be swimming in money on the next turn. So we're going to build this, I think, and then get rid of that. And then for this, we can do the military base. We might as well keep it. I don't think there's a reason to turn it into concrete yet, is there? We're going to get, what, 5 concrete? We have 10 spaces for concrete. So maybe we do. Maybe we do go ahead and build it. Turn it in. Get some concrete over here. We'll go with the industrial complex first. All right. Now we're going to choose one of these. I'll go with the one I had my hand on earlier. These will be our last 2. Casino City. Financial Center. Bermuda Triangle. Recycling plant. Offshore oil rig. All right. So where do we go? Where do we go from here? Where do we go now? Where do we go? All right. Like I said, we're going to be swimming in money. We're going to be getting 5, 8, 5, 6, 9. All right, we're not swimming in that much money. We have enough to cover. That'll be enough to cover all of the spots that are on the board. Plus, we want one more. We want this, I think. I think we want to grab the ones that are worth points. Because at this point, we need to start actually getting some point totals on the board. Then these ones, I think we'll go ahead and trade in. I would love it if I could turn this around in time, but I don't think I can. And we kind of need the energy. We've only got 1 energy that we're producing out of this whole thing. So I'm going to go ahead and use the energy from this one. We're going to put that on the industrial complex. And then, since we're not getting any energy from anything else, I could either go ahead and get these and trade these in for what I need, which is probably not a bad idea. Or I could use these 2 and trade it in for an energy, which I kind of think I'll need. And I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to shoot for some energy. Hopefully I'll get some out of this. 5. And did we get any? We got Space Elevator, which would be pretty awesome if we could actually build it. We got Alexander's Tomb. Oh, that's 10 points. That's 10 beautiful points that we can't possibly get because we'll never generate enough blue. Underwater City. That would... Oh, if I could just build that. If I could build that, that would be amazing. Look at all the stuff you get from that. I mean, my original goal was just go ahead and get this for the energy, which I can get. But this feels to me like a better ways to go. This will be 3 points at the end of the game. 10 point. That's a 10-point card right there. And I have no way to get that much blue. Right? I'm not generating anywhere near enough blue to get it. And I can't take both of them because I can only take one of these. Go with the original plan. What does that give me? That gives me 2 extra science for 4 total, and I don't have enough space for force. I think that just made my decision. As much as I would like to get that to turn over, I think I go with the Underwater City. And then that way, if I do have a big one for the next... It's kind of late to be doing that one. It's kind of a... it's probably a bad idea. It was probably a bad idea. That was a bad decision, wasn't it? You can just go ahead and tell me. All right, so we're going to start producing things. We're going to produce five of these little gray things. We're out of them on the board, so we'll just grab some from the little container over here. We'll start filling these in. So we'll go ahead and complete the industrial complex. That is first and foremost. We're going to get a little bonus from that. We're going to get one of these dudes, and he'll go onto the World Congress. And then in addition to that, we're going to have 3 more of these, which we could do. We could go ahead and get that national monument built. Kind of like to try to get the financial center done, but I don't think we're going to get enough other resources for it. So I think we're going to go ahead and put these on the national monument. And then we got energy. We only get 1 energy. We're still really low on that, but we'll go ahead and finish off the research center. No bonus from that, but that will give us some science for this round and the next. And now we do science, and we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 science, still no bonus. 2 of them will go here for human cloning. 1 of them will go here for underwater city. 1 of them will simply be extra. We have completed human cloning, so that becomes part of our production queue, plus it's worth a point, plus we get a general, who's going to have to go and help out the World Congress get started. Close all this in. These go here. These go here. Now, money. We're going to get a general for this, because we're generating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 money. That's 4. That's 4. That's 4. That's 1. That's a lot of money. So let's go ahead and first finish off the monument. We can go ahead and get that built. The monument is now built in honor of the dictator. That's going to be worth a nice amount of money. We're going to go ahead and get this built. This is, we're going to acquire 1 more. So we got World Congress built. So that's these 2 dudes plus all this money helping build the World Congress. We're now up to 5 points for every banking place that we do. All right, we've still got 5 more to go. And so the question is, do we want to put it towards Casino City, or do we want to put it towards our underwater city? And I think what we'll do is we'll do 2 on underwater city. We'll do 3 over here. And then I don't know how we're going to get the rest, but somehow we're going to figure it out. Finally, we're onto the blues. We do get 1 blue out of all this. That'll go onto the Bermuda Triangle. And that's that. All right, so that's where we stand. Time for the last round. Submarine, wind tunnels, wind turbines, lunar base. Not a question. We're going to go ahead and finish the underwater city. That'll give us that. We'll use this last energy here to go under there. And honestly, I don't... Ooh, lunar base. I think we got to put the lunar base in play. Can we get there? Can we get to the lunar base? And I don't know if we can or not. I think that is going to be a struggle, but that is a huge amount of points right there. All right, I think no matter what, we're going to trade this last one in. I think we're going to trade this last one in. Do I try for the financial center? That's the question. Or do I just sacrifice it now? I think I sacrifice it now because I think what I need... I think I need a whole bunch of stuff to help me generate enough to fill this. And that is going to be difficult in and of itself. So I'm actually going to recycle this. Get another yellow out of there so I can get that. This got recycled as well, so that goes away. We're now going to take a look at our last ones. The whole goal here is complete these sets of cards. And I'm not sure what we can do to do that. Okay. This is looking horrible. But I think I see my strategy here. I think I sort of see my strategy. I sacrifice this first of all. This is an easy one. We're just going to take the energy from that and put that there. I think we actually, I don't know if we can build that. We're only going to get 1 energy, and we got 2 spots for it to go. So no, we're not going to build that. We're not going to build that. So hold on to that, because that might be... I think I'm taking these 2, and I'm checking to see what else I can get. If I can get a blue... I really want a blue, and the thing is, those are really hard to come by. This red is going to be from the bonus from there. So we've got a black... all right, we don't have... Yeah, I'm seeing it too. That'd be nice. Okay, so as much as I want one of these cards, I'd love to be able to get one of these cards put in play. I think I'm going to have to go with just simply turning this in. This is my last set of moves, isn't it? For the black, so that we can complete this up here. And then these last 2. How much science am I generating? I'm generating 4 science, and I need 2 for here. I'm generating 5 science, I'm sorry. I'm generating 5 science. This will help me get a ton of money, and that means that I'm going to be able to trade a lot of it for crystallum cubes. I think this will give me 2 points. This will give me 2 points. Oh, I'm generating... Never mind. I'm generating 3 blues for that, so I don't need to worry about that. Yeah, I need to... I think I actually just keep these, and if I can build both of them, I can build both of them. Great. Awesome. There's part of me that wants to trade that in, try to see if I can get something that's worth some more points. It's a risk. Let's talk about what sort of points I'm putting on the up for risk. Right now I'm looking at probably 4 points that I'm putting up for risk. The question is one of those 5 cards that I could trade this in for going to be worth more than 4 points? And the chances are it's not. It could either be an increase in generals or financiers, both of which are simply going to add a couple more points, one of which I already have. The rest of those aren't really going to be worth a whole lot. If they are worth a whole lot, they'll probably use a lot of blues. So I'm going to keep these as is. I'm going to go for both of these. I think that's the smarter way to go. May I be wrong? May I be right? All right, so let's start this up. We're going to get 6 concrete. That's first and foremost. Now, because we finally got 6 of these, we're going to get a general. We add that to the mix. We don't have general. We don't have any place that we can actually use any of this. So we're going to trade 5 of these in for a crystallum that we'll go ahead and we'll use to complete the Casino City. We might as well. Because we'll get the crystallum that's soon. None of these, only the virtual reality one has production, and that would be the nicest one to get. So this one will also generate 1 more dude. So next up, we're going to go to... yeah, and I don't think we're going to... Oh, we will get that bonus. We will get that bonus. We're going to do energy next. We're just going to get 1 energy. That's it. It'll go on here on the lunar base. That's all we really needed. Then we'll go on to science. We're generating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 science. I think that's it. Yeah, 5 science. We're almost got enough to get another there. But we'll go ahead and complete this because again, we're going to get so much on the money side of it that it's not even funny. So those 5 will help construct virtual reality. All right, let's talk money. Let's talk about how this is going to affect the rest of the game. So, and it's worth pointing out, we will have enough on from the blues. We don't even have to worry about generating the red. We need, first of all, we are going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 yellows. We're getting a financier for that. He's very impressed with our ability to raise money for our dear leader. That's 10. That's 14. 15. That's 20. And that's 22. So first of all, let's go fill in the spots that we need to fill in. There we go. Those are filled in. Now we can trade in 5 of these and then 5 more of these to get 2 Crystallum to finish off the lunar base almost. We'll trade in 5 more of these, and then we'll trade in 4 of these and 1 to get 2 more of these. We'll go ahead. It doesn't really matter which way we do this because the Crystallum can be used for anything. We'll go ahead and complete the lunar base. We get 2 generals for that. And we get a whopping 10 points at the end. Plus, that's also worth an extra 5 points, or 6, 5 points for being yellow, for being a banking place. So that is a 15-point card right there. That was good. That was very good. We don't have enough to really do anything else with. So now we'll look at the blues. We get 3 blues. 3 blues, not 4 blues. That'll complete this. Just want to make sure I wasn't missing anything. That'll get me a red, which I can put here. So not quite enough to do the security automatons card, which is a bit of a bummer. But I still think that was an amazing set of cards. It turns out that would have been a good thing to try to get. We had a science on here. We could just unfortunately not move it to here once it was on there. So even though we had the extra science, we could not. I don't think you can. As far as I know, once it's on the Empire, that's it. You cannot do anything with the stuff that's on the Empire card, except for once it's on your Empire card, that's it. It is on your card solely so you can make Crystallum out of it. You cannot use it for anything else. So you can't use it for a later resource, which is a bit of a bummer. But that is that. The construction card gets ignored. That's going to go away, and now we're going to count up our points. And I think we did okay. I think we might have done all right on this one. So let's see. We managed to meet our goal, which was to build the 3 places that we had to build. Now for points total, if we look at the ones that are just regular points, it's 1, 1, 2, so that's 4, 5, 8, 10, 20, 24. So that's 24 points, just simply normal stuff. Then we're going to add another 5 for every yellow card. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's going to be 30. We're not going to make it, are we? We're going to get 1 for every financier. That's going to be 5. So that's going to be a nice score of 59, which, bummer. I feel like I'm forgetting. Oh, no, I'm forgetting. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's 10 for the financiers, 4 for the generals. I was forgetting something, which is 68, which is, given our past scores, not bad. For this scenario, we did it! We got a bronze medal. We had to get 60. Yeah, we got 60. Yeah, we got our bronze. We got a bronze. We got a bronze. That's about as best as I can hope for, honestly. All right, that was scenario number 6. We're not going to do the other scenarios because, like I said, they're all very similar. They just have different starting cards that you can choose, and it doesn't really matter what back, as you saw. Each of these have nice different things up front, but on the back they're all the same. So it doesn't really matter what one you pick, which is a bit of a bummer. But that concludes our game. Thank you so much for joining me today, and join me back tomorrow where we'll be doing more It's a Wonderful World. Talk to you all later. Ciao.